Recording in progress.
你们好，
你好，
你好，
你好，你好，你好，你好，
很好，你呢？
我很好，谢谢。
小醒好，
早晨好 ，Good morning, morning. Kathy, I understand you. Very good. Actually, today is our last class for my 2 years class, and what's my background? Very sad. I mean, for the section is by chance is 100. 100. So I think from the very start 2 years, I think Kathy, right, and Emily and Hui from Canada. And I don't Charlene in and out for a while, and Michael later, and Meridian later, and Janet is the latest to join us. Yeah. Okay, so we are going to, of course, on schedule to finish today's class, and later. We will get rest in May and probably June as well. I didn't decide yet, so I will open a new class, start a new class in July or June. Basically, like the same progress as we do right now for the 2 years, like we do but longer characters writing, and to finish the painting in one time. So once a month, I'm thinking for 3 hours. Most likely, like now we are doing for this month, right? So 4 classes we finished, like one painting and one sentence, like the poem like things. And things I want to do, there is a lot of things like the topic or the poem for the painting. What I'm thinking for my first one probably is like there's a poem actually very famous, says river clear, moon closer. You know, you get very beautiful like singing, right? Beautiful singing. So basically. What I'm going to do in my class is we learn characters, 5 characters, like step by step to learn characters, and then because we have 3 hours, we have time to do some like to dye background or do some wash and. Got enough time to wait until it dry, then we can do the second layer things, you know. Doesn't have to be limited in the time. We got time to do layers for wash. Okay, characters teaching, and then we practice and study the elements for that, like the moon, and then river, for example, or tree. But you know, like this time, I will apply some samples or pictures to give you, and I will do one. You do not have to copy mine and do exactly the same as I do. You can compose the things as yourself or follow some, you know, different. I will give you a couple of examples, right? You can follow that. this happened actually, this is a typical one in China as well. Like give you a title, give you the sentence of a poem, and you do your version. Even to understand your interpretation of your thoughts, some people think, what's that? River clear, moon closer. Absolutely, this is the evening or night view of a landscape, right? But some people think the moon just on the sky because like two things. River clear, beautiful, and no wind, and moon clear. That's two things, two sentences. Some people think the moon should be the shadow on the river. The poet talk about because river is very clear, then we feel moon clear. Otherwise, why talk about river clear or not clear? Okay, some people do the river is a shadow on the river, and some people just do both. The real moon on that and the shadow on the river, with some shadow thing. And for the poem, the language, sometimes the relationship between the first one and the second one a little bit ambiguous, right? Some people think just the two sentences. Some people think, they talk about moon. The poet saw the moon in the river. Talk about the moon in the river. No, in the sky. Anyway, I'm talking about we study the elements individually, practice how to do that in Chinese painting, right? And then you probably, you do yourself. You can compose that, differently. We also do some probably foreground mountain or clouds, things like that. But you can, do different way to depend on your interpretation. Like Emily, like we do with tiger. This time we study tiger, we study roses, right? And Emily did the very good the way holding the rose branch, right? I really like the gesture. Sometimes we do like a cartoon for the bear holding the Mother's Day, right? Bear hold like that. The Happy Mother's Day, the cartoon on the card, and the tiger's way, do that a little bit, I think I like that very well. Okay, so later I'm talking about for later our painting for 3 hours, do more characters and the complete painting. I said to complete painting, and 80% for the characters later, because you need some practice, and then you feel from heart to hand already, the muscle practicing, and the feeling from heart, you feel comfortable, and then after class you put it on the paper, right? But basically you learn that very well. Okay, I think I will get more matured in the writing, and then I will put the schedule there and do the advertising for the next class. But basic idea, since we are here, just let you guys know what's in my future plan, and I hope you can join. So we once a month can study together and play together once a month. Yeah. And also I will do critique in class, no matter how far your painting goes, complete or not complete, 80% yet. And anytime during the class you have a short question, why are you doing, I ask. Basically I don't think it's the big lecture, right? It's like the you can ask short question during the workshop, right? When you work on. Okay, let's study today's as normal. Today we have two characters here. Both of them, there is same radicals. Did you notice it? There's a radical. It's like the upper and the middle part and the lower part. This kind of the structure, right? Not left and the right. Remember what's the radical on the top? Is it? Any people?
Grass or vegetation.
The plants are vegetation things, because it's like the two cross, right? It's from the like the sprouts like thing, so indicated any vegetation things. We just simply call it grass top radical. So when it become characteristic calligraphy, and it become, it straighten the strokes. Okay, so horizontal, I mean this is horizontal, the standard style first. This is a very close to two together. Actually, two ways to write. I put them a little bit apart. You can see even clear. But there is a way to write horizontal first, and then two vertical. There is a way to write that way. And sometimes, from this, you cannot really tell, it's two or one. They both are correct. Okay, and then after the radical, the short horizontal one, and then not too long, because also just the middle part, right? The vertical, and then two dots like talking together. One is a little bit of horizontal, vertical, a little bit, longer way, and the longest horizontal is here in the middle. And then, when three parts together is long, I mean the horizontal way, normally you want to do the biggest on the bottom, right? Looks stable, like the building. The two squares together. Outer one first, and then the center one, and the latest is to seal it on the bottom. Okay, horizontal, I mean standard. Okay, what? Okay, walking, right? Okay, so walking, same way you can do the grass top this order as well, but I just follow that. So it doesn't change that much, right? Only the bottom part actually you cannot see very clear. There's two squares together. The middle one, the order changed, become frame first, and then two longer horizontal, two small vertical, two small the So not any more for the square like that. This is easier to, to write to the orders. Okay, so this is then become faster. Writing become, you cannot even easily to tell is 2 or 1 for horizontal. Okay, so put them together. You understand the meaning doesn't really, some are important and some just, depend the different time writing. Okay, this cursive one, you did the radical of the grass, 2 dots first. Okay, so we talk about you can do horizontal first and then 2 of this, right? And also you can do that very common to do the 2 dots first and then horizontal, and then this continue to do the bottom things, right? Okay, the middle things like that, right? And become just a horizontal, and then vertical, and the 2 dots become just a horizontal and a horizontal. Okay, so totally become two dots and then horizontal, and then horizontal, vertical, horizontal, and the bottom things. We do even the circle. My bottom a little bit too big, or okay, talking about that too big or too small. You see the Henry put the video clip in the classroom. The last Friday, I did some at the studio. Did some, that's the commercial advertising video taping, and the word I wrote is the insulin. A little bit weird why I wrote that. Actually, the company they found my video online, and for teaching calligraphy, something. I think one order for our customer asked me to do the calligraphy, and they thought they are okay. They thought they are making some medicine research and for the diabetes, and they thought they want to show the process of the research of the medicine. It's like people doing calligraphy, practicing, delicate work every day, lots of work, and for the process, and based on the existing things, and always do a little bit improvement. The process is like that. So then they decided they want 1 minute for calligraphy brush work for that, and it turned out the character is their product things like the talking about the content for the insulin. And the hardest part for me is we always say calligraphy is every piece, it's an art, right? Not a science. This has been prepared for months from last summer, and lots of meeting and experiment for the characters, and then they choose which piece is good. They try to make it as a copy book like things existent, and then we do things, so I was asked to wear different dress and then shirt for the ancient time and the modern time. And the characters I wrote, they choose and then they do the effects and they become the copybook, and then they videotaping the process for writing that, so need exactly the same thing as what I have done. So and it's so hard to copy myself to become exactly the same. For the you guys understand, right? For the painting, I probably have chance to add something on to change a little bit. For calligraphy, very, very hard. I need to feel very decisive to write. The stroke become beautiful. It's just so hard to mimic myself and need to be exactly the same. And I was asked to write for their videotaping, write the middle character first. For three together, I wrote the middle first, and then I added, for the order of we all know, right? A little bit hard, for the in order, not just use ruler to do that, to trace it. Some strokes, some character strokes more, some strokes less. Just while writing, you do the whole composition balanced. It's so hard to do the middle one first, and then do the first one, and just matched, and each strokes need to be exactly the same as the one I have done. Very hard, but eventually, for three characters, but work months, and the taping day hours, almost the whole day working time. Henry took some pictures, but actually they are professional picture, only hand brush and the limited area of my desk, of the desk, my writing, and the sleeves. So it should be very professional, very beautiful. Henry did some just the real situation of the whole thing, of the studio thing. And once they say, oh, this time we are taking the side view of that, and then, oh, very close, the drumstick, like the lens like that, professional things, the drum very thin, and it's like the cigar, but this long, and then very close to the side, less than 1 centimeter to my stroke, and followed. And they asked me, be careful, your brush cannot touch the lens, and the lens followed my movement, and the speed, I need to be very at my speed, and they just follow me, and I'm so very it's very challenging. Okay, Anyway, I'll continue to do that, but it's yeah, fun experience. I got experience and eventually, of course, they say good. We made it. Okay, so the clerical style, you know, the strokes for easier to carving. See, they put them together. The two cross thing. Oh, and for the clerical style I wrote, right, and the 3 characters for their purpose, they asked me, so can you do this faster and all 3 characters in 1 minute? I said I can do very fluent, but a little bit hard to this style, you know, doesn't shows very beautiful, the movement is very fast. And I asked, can you do later edit if you need to choose 1 minute to connect, speed a little bit? And they said, oh, try your best, because you know, speed will be a little bit, you know, for the video probably jammed a little bit, yeah. So very challenging. Oh, goose tail flying. Okay, and then this is the other characters. Okay, so each of them, the meaning is the rose, and put together is still rose. In Chinese, you will have later. You'll find lots of things like that. You know, same meaning for individual, but still like put them together. 2 characters to make the word for the same meaning. And then the way the same grass top to cross and make it a beautiful cross. Like a 2 together talking about, right? And underneath, a lot of strokes. You know, when I was in it's my name characters. When I was in elementary school, we're supposed to write our name, ourselves, and you know, people cannot recognize my name, and so hard for me to write. I wrote these characters for my name about like we say the mouth of my rice ball. this big. I cannot arrange that many characters, and my classmate cannot recognize my name, cannot write either. So hard. Okay, and then the swan, this part, basically underneath of the grass top, there are 3 parts in vertical arrangement, right? This part we learned is called the double people radical, right? 2 slant and 1 vertical. And then this part is mountain, remember? And then is small horizontal, and thus the hook. And this part, the third part, the right hand part, so left, middle, and the right part of this. The biggest part is this press at the end. Anyway, in the poem, the poet used this word. Otherwise, I won't teach you this word because too many strokes. But you know, some elements, however, we practice the whole strokes. And the grasshopper we practiced, and we will use for other characters, of course, and also the double people radical on the left hand side we did. So actually, no matter what characters we learned, is good practice, right? Okay, and then walking style. Walking style is very become simple actually. Thus radical, grass radical become connected together. Okay, and then the center things of the bottom, the mountain part, like that, right? And then horizontal, and then kind of like the slant and vertical. That's it. Okay, so all walking style become see, I think the point is do not leave the three part of the bottom, this part, too loose, too apart. Okay, and also actually even the row is the center part do not too apart, more dense in the center part. Okay, the outer part you can go a little bit further, right? And the center part need to be more dense, looks more stable. And do not worry a little bit overlap or something, 2 strokes, 3 strokes squeezed together. Actually, for a lots of strokes, the character with lots of strokes, from the shape, it will easier to be recognized. You know, they can see very clear for a few strokes, but the whole shape, if you did the order correct, it shows correct. Do not worry about make them, I mean, too loose to make the whole thing not very good. Oh, this is cursive, right? This is actually a little bit very artistic. I don't know, Kathy, you will like it or not. Anyway, try it. You know, I do not write it this way. I just wrote this way for walking since some people, I think you can tell is far from the printing style, right? So lots of people cannot really recognize it. So from the grass top become very easy one, right? Just do dot first, and then the horizontal, and back to here indicated another dot, not really, and then down with this part just by the press like that, and hook a little bit to do that. Continue with the other parts, and the middle part is just simply that much things is become like the two dots, like the horizontal things, and back to the center and tie to some things. That's it. And the whole left part, right hand side part just become like the curves a little twice, like a reverse number 3. Okay, but the last one should be like that. Okay, so put them together. Do this, and then that, and then that, and then that. Make them whole characters. I did the it's more grass top, like more clear, right? It doesn't matter. I want to show you, see if I explained, you understand to read the sample. Looks one stroke there, but there is a little bit things like that, right? The second vertical or dot you called a little bit things shows. Do not omit that. Okay, and the clerical style easier. Is even closer to the printing style. One stroke for the top of the grass top. And the slant at the end heavier, right? Kind of bounce back things. Even lifting, slow. Actually, the way to do the clerical style, you might not really use the real the characters, right? But the way to do it, I think, is very useful in our painting. The brush stroke in the training like that. We also call this like the plowing, right? Like in the field, use the tool to plowing to the earth. Kind of carving mood, some things. See, I say that for the tiger painting and Amelie's tiger painting, I said, oh, the stripes on the tiger is so beautiful. Kind of the stroke like we do, like slowly and powerful, and plowing, a little bit, to the to do some pressing and lifting. Not very smooth sweeping, right? Okay, I think that's how much we do for the characters, right, later. Okay, and we also do some wrote from previous class. The rose, we do the flower part, right? The flower petal. How to do center, triangle, or some things like the square, for the center, and the arrangement for the petal is like the spiral things, and for the flower petal, because the curl so shows a little bit like a straight line there, like the square straight on the edge of the flower petal. And for the I have to use my little brush. For the bud, you see this is the typical bud, but how do it in Chinese brush painting? Basically, a few strokes. We do the most things techniques we want to learn is from how to do from the real picture, and to symbolize to a few strokes in the painting, right? The simplest, the better. Okay, like do some with a curve, some press, like do that to the one side, and do to the other side of that, and then probably the center, or probably not, doesn't have to be not exactly the center. Okay, give some a little bit, not exactly the center. Okay, and then 2 strokes to make this like the to here, like the 1, like 2 dots, 2, right? The bottom things, and then continue to do the plowing stroke, like to do the stem, and then the top one, you know, the unopened how do we call that? I don't know the name. Call that not the leaves, the green part. You know, do a little bit of small things like that, and then for if just sumi or just black and white, you thinking this part is the pink or color things, right? But you can put the color for the white part. Okay, easy. Very easy. But remember the strokes, like for the bottom things, you need to put some dot connected to indicate, look at the picture, right? There is something there, do not omit it. So 2 strokes there, and then for the stem, okay? And then what else? The leaves. Do we really need to learn the leaves, and what's the special things for the leaves? Looks all the same for the leaves. Yes, exactly. Simply fine, very dark the ink, but I try to use this. Look at, if we want do the 1 stroke, do 斜意 painting, right? Do the leaves. This is all front view of the leaves. Basically, okay, 5 in the stroke, 5 in the group, right? 5. Oh, sorry, this is the Chinese. Chinese 5. Okay, yeah, 5 in group. 5 in group. Okay, did you notice 3 of them in 5 in a group? 3 of them a little bit like the one center and 2 a little bit front towards, right? But the 4th one and the 5th one a little bit on the other direction. Okay, did you notice that? See the picture? See the picture? Yes. Okay, that's Rose. You do not have to do exactly things. 3 towards front and 2 2 just the back things. But when you do real rows, you can think about some is a little bit from other direction. Some from other direction and some towards this direction, and some overlapped things, right? And of course, the stem here, right, should be very light ink, and then you can see the throat. Thrown is just the press and then make the little hook like stretch up, some things like that, okay. Smaller brush. That's for roses, right? Okay, so larger. Make a dot and then lift your brush. Okay, no question, huh? I should do lighter ink for the leaves, but I just want to make sure very basic for the arrangement of that. And then for the real things, you do not have to do exactly very stiff for 5, just some this direction, but make sure, even for the flower petals, you want to make a little bit from other side, a little bit different direction, the leaves, right? Okay, this is the mine one from last time, and actually I need to get another brush. Got some flower here, no leaves. At least I need to put some leaves there. Leaves is green, and for some new leaves, now is still considered early spring, right? Some red, right? So some green, some red, and probably a little, a little ink. You do your arrangement, and I will do things very quick, and I want some just kind of the abstract. I just add some add some the leaves. Double load, triple load. Some even, the yellow.
If I didn't sweat normally, if I could come down and quit sweating, I just sweat flat. Hi, Carlos.
We say leaves came from different direction, right? Around the flower, right? See the picture. I got lots of, lots of leaves. This kind of the vined, roses, right? Some rose, if it's bent or from different perspective, it doesn't really, it's from the flat, the stroke doesn't really shows that much for the like the oval shape, like the real leaf front view. Yeah, overlap. Absolutely, you need something overlapped. I will put do I want to put the one of the button? Yes, probably. A little bit of stem-like thing. I'm not going to do some big chunk. Okay, give another layer of that. Okay, characters. when you do lots of that much characters in the same picture, normally you write small size. That's why I asking you to bring the small size for calligraphy today. Small character, and no matter, you can arrange to occupy the things. I mean, for the whole space, the picture, and do I sign my name and the zodiac name seal and the zodiac year name for that? Mike, where do I?
I was going to ask you because up on the top, or maybe a little, yeah, I don't know. I think I like it better over his tail.
Here, right? Here, right?
Yeah.
I don't want everything, and put on the tiger things.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
It's just my opinion.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so lunar year first. And my name, because two of them I just put this, and then name seal, and here I will get later. Yeah, that's about the things I'm doing. I don't later if I want add some things, add some to the some white to the flower, give another layer, or just leave it, just leave it. I do not everything very clear and draw the eye, draw my eye, and okay, and basically like that. And okay, and happy painting. And everything I mean, for this class, you later put on the your homework. I want to see your tiger though, actually, for this though, in the classroom. Yeah, you're very, very welcome to put there to show us. You know, I will. If you want for the characters, I will give you some critic things, or if I saw some things really I want to say. And basically, I enjoy if you put, you know, your final things for this time. Yeah. Please to put your work there in the classroom later for this one. And I want to see and next time in 2 months, 1 month or 2 months, hope we'll see again. And to, you know, to I basically, you know, I start this class as I want do things. I want to, some people have same interests to do this online. We can meet together and play together and enjoy. And I did feel, you know, if people need, I'm really willing to share my knowledge or my experience in the literature part and the calligraphy, the experience part, to you know, you guys. That's why I have I'm very interested. I'm very willing to do this to do this class, teaching class on calligraphy and the simple painting. And I did. I'm really want to say thank you for you in class. I did really did get some you know, inspired. Not only I see your got things and understand what I'm teaching here. I'm glad. Also, I got lots of inspired from your experience, definitely. So yeah, hope we'll see together again in 2 months, and we just take a break. We both of us, we need a break.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Victoria.
you.
Thank you, Victoria.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I can't tell you how
really,
much this has,
my pleasure.
Yeah.
So
It's one. We can't wait to see you again.
yeah, I really look forward to when it'll be nice to have a little break.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to start again.
Good. Yeah, and okay. So basically, I'm take a break, and also like your feeling as well. I'm going to work on the schedule and the plan. Get matured, and as soon as possible, I will, you know, put it out. And you take a break first.
Okay. But thank you so much. My gratitude has no bounds. It's been wonderful, really wonderful.
Okay. Thank you again, and okay. See you online. Yeah, keep in touch. Okay. Bye.
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 Recording stopped.